Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're taking a truly fascinating plunge into Power Move, Legend of a Fallen Star by Bill Vincent. This isn't just reading a story, folks. It's more like a high-octane narrative that really forces us to think, Ask that big question, what actually happens when the cosmic unknown doesn't just, stay out there, but crashes right into our lives, demands a response?
Yeah, imagine looking up at your regular night sky, the one you see every night. Boom, there's a star that wasn't there before. And it's not just there, it's like pulsating. Different from anything anyone's ever seen.
That's exactly where our deep dive kicks off today. We're talking about a world right on the edge of this massive, maybe catastrophic cosmic event. So we're going to unravel that initial mystery, get into the whole scientific scramble to figure it out, and watch one person's incredible, totally destiny-changing transformation.
Yeah, that's right. And look, Power Move is fiction, no doubt about it. But the way it's structured, the narrative, it's just so rich. It's meticulously put together. It gives us this incredible framework, really, for digging into some powerful stuff, human nature, scientific discovery, even heroism itself. So we're going to pull out those core nuggets, the bits that drive the suspense, sure, but also shed light on courage, responsibility, and what it really means to be chosen for something huge. Think of it like a blueprint, a way to understand how a totally ordinary life can just collide with this extraordinary destiny, and importantly, how we might react.
Okay, let's unpack this. Let's start with a bang, right? The story opens in Lumina. It's this vibrant kind of futuristic city. Picture it, huge skyscrapers. The sky is painted these deep purples and golds, streets buzzing with energy, constant hum. But then, one evening, everything just stops. This familiar scene gets shattered, a new star appears, super bright, brighter than anything.
Right.
It's pulsing with this weird, almost alive energy. What's so great here, I think, is how Vincent uses the everyday details of Lumina, that normal city life, to contrast with the totally bizarre cosmic things showing up. How does that hit the tone?
That's such a crucial point. Vincent's genius here isn't just throwing in something alien. It's how he uses that familiar city, setting the order, the noise, to just amplify the shock. Right away, the narrative gets this otherworldly feel.
Yeah.
That normal city becomes a stage for something huge, unknown. And that sudden shift from the everyday buzz to everyone just looking up in awe. It's not just description, it's a technique, really. It forces everyone instantly to question their reality. It makes the extraordinary totally unavoidable, It suggests that even in our advanced world, our idea of normal is pretty fragile. That shared moment of wonder and, frankly, confusion. It sets the stage perfectly for the personal journey that's coming.
And right there, looking up with everyone else, feeling that shift, is Alara. She's a young journalist, pretty ambitious, standing on her apartment roof, just staring at this star. She's always hunting for the next big story, right? But this feels different. The book says it's as if it were calling to her, like personally, beckoning her. Then her phone goes off. It's Marcus, her editor. His voice is all urgent. He calls it the story of the year, tells her, get to the observatory now. So her being a journalist, how does that position her differently? It's not like she's a warrior chosen by fate.
Right. That's a fantastic point about her job. Choosing a journalist, that's really insightful by Vincent. See, Alara isn't a soldier or a wizard. She's a truth seeker, driven by curiosity, yeah, but also a methodical need for facts.
Right.
So that drive, that need to uncover the story, it quickly stops being just an assignment. It gets personal fast.
Yeah.
Unlike your typical chosen one who maybe finds a sword or hears a prophecy, Alara pursues the weirdness. At first, it's through her work lens. So she's our way in, totally relatable. But it also means her skills investigating, being skeptical, connecting dots. Those are what shape her path to being a hero. It's not magic powers, not initially anyway. It's her brain, her process.
It's not just reporting the story.
Exactly. She's about to get tangled right up in it.
Yeah.
And those journalistic skills become this unexpected superpower almost.
Yeah. Okay, so Alara gets to the observatory, pushes through the crowds outside. Inside, the vibe is just electric. Total mix of excitement, confusion, and real urgency. She finds Dr. Kieran Hale pretty quickly, the head guy there. She's interviewed him before. And what Dr. Hale tells her first, wow, it's groundbreaking, but also deeply unsettling. He says, I'm quoting loosely here, it's not a star, not like we know them, it's something else. He says it's putting out this unique energy signature, nothing they've ever recorded. And then the kicker, it's as if it's alive. And then crucially, whatever it is, it's not from around here. I mean, this isn't just a new planet or something. This shakes up everything we think we know about space, right? What's being challenged here.
Oh, absolutely. This is a huge turning point. It moves way beyond just seeing something new. It's redefining existence. The paradigm's getting shaken. They're massive. First, our whole system of classifying stars out the window. It's not a star as we know it.
Second, the very definition of life gets stretched incredibly thin, beyond biology. Sentience, maybe. Or some complex energy in something astronomically huge. It's not just an anomaly, it's a full-on paradigm shift in how humans see, well, everything.
Wow.
If something that big out there can be alive, it changes our place in the cosmos completely. It makes you question everything about intelligence, purpose beyond Earth. It brings wonder, sure, but also this creeping feeling of unease. Sets the stage perfectly for what happens next.
And it escalates incredibly fast, like you said. There's this gasp across the room. Alara turns, sees a scientist pointing at a screen, looking absolutely shocked. The monitor shows a bunch of readings, but one line is just spiking like crazy, off the charts.
Oh.
Dr. Hale gives the bad news. It means the star or whatever is getting closer, and if it stays on this path, it could hit Earth. Well, suddenly the room's dead silent. You can feel the weight of those words. For Alara, this isn't just a story anymore. It's potentially the end of the world. What makes that jump from scientific wonder to like immediate existential dread work so well in the book?
The speed is definitely part of it, but it's also that emotional whiplash. It's brutal. Vincent just slams those two feelings together. 1 second is this amazing discovery, pushing boundaries. The next, that same thing is about to wipe us out.
Yeah.
That quick flip is so effective because it taps into our own vulnerability, right? How fast the extraordinary can become terrifying. It's not some abstract problem for scientists anymore. It's real. It's coming. Now, for everyone. And it raises that huge question, what do people do when faced with something so massive, so alien, there's no playbook? It forces Alara and us, the readers, to drop any sense of detachment. The stakes are suddenly very, very real.
And just as they're processing that, the world itself starts reacting. This is where it gets really wild. The ground starts shaking. Just a little tremor at first, then it gets stronger. Lights flicker. Equipment starts sparking, hissing. Chaos. Alara stumbles, grabs a table, looks out the window. And the star, it's not a tiny point anymore. It's this blazing orb lighting up the whole city, and you can see it falling. That realization just hits her. It's falling, and nobody can stop it. She turns to run, maybe warn someone, and then a blinding flash of light filled the room, and everything went black. Talk about an event horizon. It literally shatters her world.
How does Vincent use that disorientation to prep us for what's next?
Well, it's a masterclass in disruption. He uses all those sensory details, the shaking, the flickering, that blinding flash to just overwhelm you. It mirrors Alara's own feeling of losing total control.
That event horizon isn't just a metaphor here. It's a deliberate break. Cutting to black like that, it wipes the slate clean, all our previous assumptions, the setting, gone. It's the ultimate cliffhanger, sure. But more than that, it signals that the rules have changed, fundamentally. We're being prepped for a reality so different, a gentle fade wouldn't cut it.
Needs that shock.
Exactly. It's bold. It throws us, and Alara, right into the unknown, emphasizes that her transformation is going to be as total as this new place she finds herself in.
And total it is. Alara opens her eyes. She's not in the observatory anymore. She's lying on the ground in this dense, totally surreal forest. The trees, nothing like Earth. Trunks are iridescent blue. Leaves shimmered with a golden hue. And the sky above. A swirl of colors like a living painting. It's stunning, alien, but beautiful. Then she hears this soft, melodic voice call her name, and a figure emerged from the shadows. He looks sort of human-shaped, but it's shifting and shimmering like a mirage, made of light and shadow, the book says. Its eyes are two orbs of pure, radiant energy. And this being says it's what you would call a fallen star. Adds, I am being of energy, a fragment of the cosmos given form. Wow, okay, that contrast between Tech Illumina and this organic, magical forest, it's huge. And the being itself, not solid. What does that tell us about this new reality, this intelligence?
This is where Vincent really lets his imagination fly. That contrast isn't just visual, it's symbolic, right? Going from the known, the built, the technological.
About the mystical.
Exactly, the ineffable. And the being itself, light and shadow, pure energy. It just shatters our ideas of physical form, of life even. It suggests intelligence, sentience that operates on a totally different plane, not bound by our biology, our physics.
Like consciousness itself?
Maybe. It implies the cosmos is way more complex, more diverse than our instruments can even detect, suggests reality might be fundamentally about energy and consciousness, not just matter. It's a huge imaginative leap. Makes you rethink our narrow little definition of what it means to be.
And this being, this fallen star, it has a very specific purpose for Alara. It tells her straight up, you are chosen to bear the power of the stars, to wield the energy of the cosmos. And Alara feels it instantly. This surge of energy rushes through her, a warmth spreads, fills her with strength and clarity. The power described is immense, to shape reality, bend the fabric of the universe, unbelievable stuff. But then comes a warning. With this power comes great responsibility. Use it wisely. The fate of your world depends on it. So, being chosen, is it a gift? Or just this massive weight dropped on her? How does Vincent convey that burden?
Oh, it's absolutely presented as a burden, a profound one. Vincent makes that crystal clear. Being chosen here isn't like winning at the lottery. It's like having the weight of the world literally put on your shoulders in an instant.
Right.
The story hammers home that real power like this. It's inseparable from responsibility, almost a crushing level of it. Alara, who was just a journalist minutes ago, is now supposed to handle the forces of creation.
That's insane.
Yeah. Shaping reality, bending the universe. That's not just a cool power-up. It comes with these enormous ethical questions. Every single move, every thought now has potentially cosmic consequences. It's not a power to enjoy. It's this terrifying tool she has to use right. It puts her in this incredibly lonely, high-stakes spot.
Classic hero trope, maybe, but scaled up.
Exactly. Scaled up to the entire universe.
So with that power buzzing inside her and that heavy warning ringing in her ears, the being gives Alara her mission. Return to your world, prevent the collision, act quickly, time is running out, urgent. And before she can even really absorb it all, the being just dissolves into light. Alara feels herself pulled back like through a tunnel, and bam, she's back in the observatory. Mid-chaos. She's back, but she's obviously not the same person. How does the story make that jump from abstract cosmic power to this super concrete do-or-die task?
It's a really smart narrative move, actually. It grounds all that fantastical power immediately in dire need. There's zero time to sit around and contemplate her navel. No training montage.
Nope. Straight into the fire.
Yep. Right. The abstract power instantly becomes this tool for a concrete life or death job. It highlights her decisiveness, which maybe she didn't even know she had, and just how critical things are. She hasn't just been given power, she's got a purpose. And it demands immediate, urgent action. It also backs up that idea that agency isn't just having power, it's having the smarts and the will to use it when it counts.
Right, under pressure.
Yeah. Her return isn't just moving locations, she's re-entering her world with a completely new way of seeing and acting. Shows that internal change.
And act she does. She's empowered, she's focused. Alara runs straight to the nearest computer. Her fingers just fly across the keys, pulling up the observatory data. The star, the being, still heading for Earth. But now, Alara can see its energy signature differently. She knows she can touch it, manipulate it. She closes her eyes, focuses inward on that power, then rushes out with her mind, grabs that energy signature, pulling it, bending it to her will. That's how the book puts it. The room fades away for her. Her consciousness expands like to cover the whole planet. Then one final concentrated effort she pushes, redirects the star's energy just enough. The ground shakes again, another flash of light. But when it clears, Earth is safe. She actually did it.
Incredible moment.
Yeah, it's this amazing blend of her own human focus and this new cosmic ability. What does that act tell us about Vincent's idea of heroism here?
It's the climax of her arc, isn't it? And it makes a powerful statement. It's not just the raw power dump that saves the day. Alara's intelligence, her focus, her intent.
Her background as a journalist comes back.
I think so. Sifting data, looking for the key detail that helps her here. She doesn't just blast it wildly. She understands the energy signature and manipulates that. It's surgical.
Mind and might.
Precisely. A blend of mind and might. It suggests real heroism, especially facing cosmic stuff, isn't about brute force. It's about understanding, precision, and the courage to use immense power carefully. She's not just the battery. She's thinking. She's acting. Shows that deep understanding is as vital as raw power against the unknown.
So amidst all the smoke and debris in the observatory, Alara just collapses. Totally drained, but she did it. She saved the world. She becomes, as the book says, a legend.
Yeah.
Then we jump to the epilogue. Alara's dealing with the fallout interviews, press, fame, the whole circus. But the book makes it clear her journey is far from over. We see her back on her rooftop, looking at the sky, but feeling this sense of peace, knowing she's part of something much larger. The legend of the fallen star had only just begun, it says, and Alara's ready for the next chapter. So what happens after you save the world? Why end with a new beginning like that? What's it saying about heroism?
That ending is really effective because it avoids that neat, tidy, happily ever after.
Yeah, things aren't just fixed.
Right. It acknowledges that saving the world is one thing, but living with the consequences and the power is another. It's a continuous journey. Self-discovery, figuring out this huge responsibility, the fame, the interviews, that's the mundane side of being a public hero. But that peace she feels on the rooftop, knowing she's part of something bigger, that shows a shift. From just reacting to save the world to consciously being part of, well, the cosmos.
Like her role isn't over.
Exactly. It implies her role isn't just that one act. It's a lifelong thing now. Understanding, maybe even guiding these forces she has. It's a really thoughtful look at the personal cost and the ongoing nature of having extraordinary power.
Wow. What an incredible ride we just took. Really diving deep into Power Move, the legend of a fallen star. From just a weird light in the sky to a world-changing encounter, an impossible mission. Ilara's journey from curious reporter to, well, cosmic protector. It's unforgettable. It really shows how one single, totally unexpected event can just flip someone's whole purpose, their whole view of reality.
Absolutely. And this story gives us so much to chew on. Vincent uses this wild sci-fi premise to explore really human stuff. Challenges our ideas about the universe, sure, but also about the potential hidden inside us and that heavy weight that comes with knowledge, with power. Thinking about Ilara's path, what really strikes you about her specific brand of heroism?
That's a great question. And maybe that's the thought to leave everyone with today, something to think about until our next deep dive. If you suddenly got that kind of power, the power to literally shape reality, what would be your first move? And maybe more importantly, what bigger purpose would you try to serve with a gift like that? Definitely something to mull over. Thanks so much for joining us.